The worst occurrence was I was stood waiting to go in his classroom with my mate Johnny, who made me laugh with a simple joke, was nothing bad, and I laughed. He heard me laughing as he was walking past us, screamed at me, told me to stand in the corner because you're a stupid fat Teletubby.
If this podcast wasn't fat, nerdy and Watson enough for you, we've got two of them. Paul Watson, everybody. Woo! And it is now customary roast time.
Yep.
Paul is in the top 3 tattooers where he's from, the Watson family. Paul has a thing for small figures, which is why he's no longer allowed near schools. Paul loves Lord of the Rings, which is why he went on a quest to prison to have his ring destroyed. That also explains your walk.
Yeah.
He also loves Star Wars, Warhammer and vasectomies. Making him the only 40-year-old virgin with 2 kids. Paul has worked for Blockbuster, Game and now for himself, showing he can make any business fail. Paul is an excellent driver, except for when he hit my car and didn't tell me.
Forgot about that.
That's all of it.
I don't know about that. Let's talk about that in a bit.
Yeah, we can. Yeah, let's make like Paul's ankles and get rolling.
Amazing.
You hit Kier's car? When was this?
In the car park, out the front.
Yeah, I think I reversed and I touched it and then thought, it's fine.
And drove off?
Didn't tell me.
Who told you?
I thought you did.
Was I there? This rings a vague
Maybe it was
bell.
Dan. I don't know.
Rasheen's out here hitting so many cars, I can never keep up, to be honest.
Someone did see it and I said, is it okay? And they're like, yeah, let's go.
Might have been me.
Yeah.
It probably
Yeah.
was. There was no mark on it or anything. I'm not bothered. The police will be. They already know. And
have
here's your
confessed.
incident number. So how are you, Paul?
I'm good. Yeah. Very good.
That's good. Daryl, you all right?
I'm fine.
Are you worried because your brother's sat there now?
I am a bit, yeah.
Paul brings out his piece of paper.
Remember when?
Daryl shit in the bath until he was age 15.
No, I didn't do anything that weird. I bet you can't even remember anything. His memory's shit.
Yeah, my memory's absolutely terrible. The new one I ever go to is when I moved your DVD collection around and you cried about it.
I've talked about that already on the podcast.
You've talked about it. You didn't mention crying.
It was CDs as well.
Yeah, it was an absolute meltdown.
I'm guessing they were alphabetized, weren't they?
Yeah. There was about 400-ish, 300-ish.
Just grabbing chunks.
And he just grabbed chunks and...
Nice. And it ended in tears.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think Dad found it funny, but Mum was furious with me.
Yeah, sounds about right.
Yeah.
Dad found a lot of things funny.
Because it is funny. Yeah. But yeah,
No, it's not.
It is funny.
It's not funny.
Your dad had a good
dick.
sense of humour, I think. But your mum has to play good cop, doesn't she? In
Yeah.
that situation. Your dad's like, that is hilarious. Your mum's like, you can't do that. Something I always like to ask brothers is, do you remember the last time you guys bathed together?
We never have.
Yeah, because of the age gap.
Yeah, I'd have been like 10, 11 when he'd have been old enough to bath with somebody.
Yeah, that would have been weird, wouldn't it?
Not even that. Like, what age do you bath a kid with another kid?
I've already had one, and so
Shit, yeah.
I'd probably keep it like under 5. There's probably some people out there that would.
No,
be
I mean,
older,
what age would you... would you start whenever?
Yeah,
Yeah.
my two bath together now.
Oh, yeah, okay.
because it's fun. Bath time is fun, isn't it? When you're younger, bath time is great.
Bath time is pretty
Clearly,
late.
I've got 2 kids.
Yeah, but the water's right there. You can teach them a lesson real quick. And when the bubbles...
See what happens when you fuck around? You find out.
What did you call me? And when the bubbles start to slow, you pull them back out again. You only have to do it to one of them as well. The other one will get the message pretty quick. I'll say anything you want me to say, Daddy. As long as you get out the bath. I'm cold and there's no water anymore.
But no, we never bathed together.
Yeah, actually, thinking about the age
Yeah.
gap, it would be really weird if you're like, can I get in the bath with Daryl?
I bathed my sister. Because she's... How old's Ty? She's 3 or 4 years older than me?
Yeah, 3 or 4, yeah.
So yeah, like 3 and 7 and 4 and 8.
Yeah, that seems fair enough.
I think when she was around 9 or 10, my mum was like, it's getting weird now.
She's like trying to prize you to a part of a crowbar. His sexual maturity's arrived far too soon.
Oh,
Get off of her!
Oh, I didn't mean that. Well, that's gross. It's getting weird now.
I wish bath times were still that much fun. I always like get into the bath thinking this is going to be fun, and it just never is.
Yeah, but do you think that's because you got a small bath and you're a big guy?
Maybe.
If you want a gigantic bath with jets.
A hot tub.
Yeah.
To be fair, I couldn't get out of the hot tub.
Exactly.
Only a stag do.
Yeah, hot tubs are great.
I couldn't leave it alone.
So if you had your own hot tub in your house.
Yeah, that would be very different, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
That would be awesome, actually.
There you go.
That's what I need to do.
You need to get a hot tub to make bath time exciting again.
A hot tub literally wouldn't fit in my bathroom.
How's your bath? Because your bath's ginormous.
Yeah, it is, yeah. It's like easy 6 foot long.
Yeah, it's huge.
Yeah.
Well
It's like-
deep as well.
Yeah.
It's alarming.
Really deep.
Alarmingly big.
Oh, see, in my bath, I have to choose whether I want my chest up
Same.
cold or my knees down cold.
Oh, no, I can fit in and pretty much fully submerge.
Nice.
But I hate it.
That's some fancy
baths.
shit.
It was a swimming pool for a whale at some point.
No.
Got it from an aquatic centre. It's a rehabilitation pool. A pool.
This is going to be fun.
Isn't it already?
You can zing us back, it's fine.
Yeah, you can go
but
for it.
don't.
Don't
It's
make
fine
Daryl
because his
cry
memory's
again.
so shit. I know loads of things about me as a kid that he should remember that would be great, but he just doesn't remember them.
I reckon that you probably have better stories the other way round.
What,
Because you'd have
Paul?
been a kid going, what the fuck is this man doing?
Yeah.
No, it's kind of sad because I really looked up to Paul when I was a kid, so I was kind of like, oh.
I like the caveat of when you were a kid on that. I really looked up to him when I was a kid.
Yeah.
Not anymore.
Then he crushed it when he went to prison.
What a segue.
It's true, though.
It was pretty smooth, I thought. It was, right up until it got mentioned, it was mega smooth. Oh, let's talk about prison. That sounds fun. Segway. We're in a new section.
Prison!
So how old were you when Paul went to prison
I was 13.
for drowning those babies?
They weren't babies, they were puppies.
Oh, sorry, baby dogs.
What do you think people would be mad about if he killed babies or puppies? Babies, wouldn't they? Yeah.
I don't know.
I think babies with the general public, puppies with towers.
Yeah.
Nah, I think people would still be pretty mad if you killed babies, Paul.
Oh, yeah, I think everybody would be mad with either.
Towers have no problem with it.
Can we
at all.
clarify that I didn't kill anything?
You didn't.
No, that's not what he went to prison for.
Right, let's
He got
clar-
away with those.
Paul, would you like to share your story of
Tell us your truth.
why you went to prison?
Yeah, why did you go to prison?
Because it's pretty funny.
It's not that funny.
It is. It's stupid.
Yeah, it's stupid. So about 20 years ago, I was working at a rather large gaming shop that I probably shouldn't mention for legal purposes.
But it was definitely a gaming shop.
Yeah,
it was.
gaming shop.
Yeah.
Selling gaming products.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I did some, I was in a bad place and I was skint and I was supporting my ex at the time. And I stupidly started doing something called ghost refunding.
Ghost refunding.
It's got a name.
Yeah, it's got a name.
That sounds like one of the titles in the shop.
It's like refunding products that don't exist.
Oh.
Yeah. And I did that a lot for a year or so.
How did it work? So you put a refund through on the till and then just took the
Faked
cash?
the paperwork and then took the cash.
Oh.
So then the shop ends up with a rather large inventory of products that don't exist.
Oh, is that how you get caught doing that?
Because they look for the thing that has been refunded and therefore given back.
Yeah. It's not there because it doesn't exist.
Right. So were you just making up the titles to
No,
things?
it was like I'd literally just turn around, pick a game off the shelf and just be like, that's what's getting refunded today.
Ah, right. I thought you were just like making up titles.
Oh, no.
You're like, I'm just going to make up a refund. I thought you were just like coming up
Grand
with game
Theft
names.
Auto 10.
That'd have been some crazy ability just to come up with games names all the time. Ghost Refunding 1. Ghost Refunding 2. They never call the first one in the franchise 1, though, do they?
Paul goes on holiday. 6.
Paul gets 2 bags for the weekend.
But so you put through loads of refunds, took the cash.
And then it built up over a year or so. It started out as a thing of necessity because I was just that skint. I needed to pay rent, bills, life.
Yeah.
I think I will admit towards the end, I think when my partner did get a job, it started to become more of a luxury, which didn't help my situation after I got caught because I admitted to everything.
Yeah.
So they just pinned everything on, oh, you were spending it on holidays and takeaways. And it was like, no, but...
No holidays.
When I got caught, that was interesting because 2 people in suits to this. Oh my gosh, that's the name of the place.
You'll get me. Bleep it.
I'll just add ing on the end of that.
Yeah.
That'd be fine. Just pauses for a sec. Ing.
But when they sent people who'd been investigating me, they brought in rather large box folders with my name wrote on the sides and said, we need to have a chat with you. Took me upstairs and said, is there anything you want to tell us? I looked at those boxes of clearly evidence and just fessed up to everything. And then they opened the boxes and there was nothing.
Man!
No! You never told me that. That's insane.
Yeah.
You got absolutely duped.
There was like a few bits of paperwork in that I had to sign.
Man.
When they open those boxes, do they open them like... or was it like you just happened to see them?
Yeah, I just happened to see inside. And he did say he'd been watching me because they had like remote viewing down south when they were watching me do these refunds. And they're like, we've been watching you for months.
Was that true?
Yeah, that was
okay.
true. They had been watching me.
Oh, so you were pretty fucked still?
Give or take.
But
Like,
the boxes were still a tactic?
yeah, they were a tactic and then they just,
Sneaky bastards. Just no comment it.
yeah. Then they got the police down and that was it. I was arrested. And
There wasn't loads of
charged.
crime documentaries back then, though.
Yeah.
It's nowadays when you've watched like 1,000 crime documentaries that you know that when the police say anything to you, like, morning, no comment.
Did you not get a solicitor? Like when they interviewed you?
No, I didn't need one. I think
you
I
did.
confessed to everything and they were like,
I think you did.
yeah, maybe in hindsight. But yeah, they were just like, do you want a solicitor? I was like, no, I've got nothing to hide. I'll just admit to everything. It's not a problem.
So you decided to represent yourself?
For that bit, when I went to court, I had a solicitor.
Yeah.
You learned your lesson.
Well,
Man.
When you saw that box.
I think you need someone to represent you in UK court.
I think you
don't
do,
think you
yeah.
can represent yourself.
It never ends well for the people that do. I can't believe that they were able to just keep a straight face when they did that to you.
Yeah.
Like Daryl's, I'd have been like,
you fucking idiot. That's on the record.
and I've recorded it secretly. You've been punked, but it's real.
Prison punked.
You're about to get mega punked. Man.
One thing I vividly remember from this is that your sentencing, I remember you leading up to it, I remember Mum and Dad and you all saying to me like, oh yeah, Paul's solicitor said he'll get a slap on the wrist.
Pay it back in the community.
Community service, and it'll all be fine. And then the court day came and you got, was it a year?
12 months, yeah.
Yeah. Served
Served 5, did 2 on tag.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, that is disappointing for everyone
Yeah.
involved, isn't it? You get
Like leading up to
get
it,
a slap wrist.
the solicitor was constantly saying like, it'll be slap on the wrist and you'll do community service. It's just
You've got no priors.
yeah, no
at
priors.
all.
You're going to be good. And the judge was apparently a really good one, friendly. And then the day of it, the judge decided to fuck Paul.
Like someone got arrested and charged for the same thing a month after me, and the same judge gave him for more money, and the same judge gave him like slap around the wrist and community service.
Man, so we weren't even making an example. Because surely if you go make an example, the next guy gets the same.
Yeah.
Man. You got fucked double.
Well, I always say that, but I didn't have to pay the money back, which
Oh.
at least is something. I wouldn't say is a bonus.
How much money was it?
£11,000.
Oh, man, 5 months for 11 grand.
No comment.
You really have learned your lesson.
Yeah,
You get all your food, get a nice little warm bed.
yeah.
That's the best thing to talk about now. How was prison? Tell us prison.
What happened in the gap, though? Like, so you go to court, do you just get put straight in handcuffs and you're taken straight to...
No, first you go to, I don't know which way around it is. It's either magistrate or county, but you go to one court first, and they said it's too big, it needs to go to the other court where the big judge deals with it. So I went to that one, and then soon as he was 12-month sentence, they just took me pretty much straight down to the cells underneath the court.
And you just wait to be taken to wherever
Yeah,
you're
you
going to
got
go.
put in one of those fancy little vans.
Oh, yeah.
They're like a moulded seat in a little cell inside a white van.
Ooh.
And they are depressing.
Well,
As much as being chauffeured
I
around
assume
is
at that
nice.
moment in your life, I don't think the van would have done anything.
Did they put music on or anything?
If it was a limo, you would have been like, this
You
is
just
depressing.
hear crackheads and the ones next to you screaming and shouting, and yeah.
The ones that have been there a few times, so they're happy to kick off a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think this is your first time ever being in this, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Never been arrested before. Or since.
Yeah, so I bet you were very much like, oh, fuck, what is happening now? Because you see all these movies and stuff about
Everything's
how bad
alien,
this can get. Yeah. Whereas I'm guessing these guys are like, again, silly
Yeah.
me.
And then we got to Home House Prison, which is the first prison I got to, which is a Category B prison. There's 4 categories of prisons, A, B, C, D. A is 24-hour lockup almost, hardened murderers, criminals, that type of thing. B's most prisons. So that's it is still murder, drugs, assault, things like that. And then it goes down C and D. We'll get to those ones later. But I was in B first for sorting. So you go on an induction wing, you're there for the first night. I had a cell with a crackhead, which was dead fun,
Nice.
who pulled some heroin from under his foreskin and smoked it.
Man.
I woke up in the middle of the night, because weirdly, I got a good night's sleep the first night, but I woke up, I could smell burning plastic, looked down from the top bunk and saw him huffing something through a Bic pen. I was like, what's going on there? And he was just like, never you mind, go back to sleep. And in the morning when I asked him about it, he was like, oh, it was heroin. I was like, so now I know what heroin smells like. And it smells like burning plastic.
Oh, man. And foreskin, I'd imagine.
Yeah, no, I asked him where he kept it. He was just like, just rolled it up and put it in my foreskin.
Had he just got there as well?
Yeah, because that's the induction wing. So everyone goes on that wing first to be sorted.
So he was sat in court
It's like a
with
shit Harry
heroin
Potter.
in his foreskin?
Yeah.
Because there's no way, even before that, when did he get the heroin in his foreskin?
It's been there for days.
It has to have been.
Probably forgot about it. Oh, I've got some heroin on foreskin.
Or it just goes for a wee and just goes, I forgot that was there. That's where he keeps it all the time.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I'm guessing that was pretty terrifying the first time you speak to someone in prison. They go, never you mind, go back to sleep. And then burn plastic underneath you.
Hush now, little princess.
It was just all very surreal and dreamlike for the first 24 to 48 hours. I barely really remember much. Bits like when you get to the prison, they make you strip naked and you have to do squats and stuff to make sure you're putting out up your ass and stuff like that. So by then you're just totally dehumanized and you don't care anymore. So it's just
I suppose everyone's seen everything to do with you then, haven't they? They've seen inside you.
Yeah.
If you're asked to, do they not go, you're squatted, you may as well pull your foreskin back.
no.
They go, that's too far.
Too far here. Yeah, because they don't make you squat and fucking get
The
under
reason
there.
you squat though is to make stuff fall out.
Yeah,
innit?
yeah, that's all it is. They just make you squat and then look at the ground.
Yeah.
People must dirty protest that. Just like a squat, take a shit. Yeah.
Oh, I've had one ready. Oopsies!
I did a whoopsie.
Oopsie poopsies.
Sorry, that's what I'm like. I'm just fascinated at how long this guy's had heroin in his foreskin. It's blowing my mind.
Oh, that's the thing that's blowing your mind in this whole story.
Because baggies are quite sharp on the corners.
Oh, it was wrapped up in some cling film.
And also heroin,
Oh, right.
you can get it quite small for
Yeah.
a good, it's a little ball. Little pea of heroin.
Yeah, I suppose.
Resin or something.
Yeah. Then what happened?
So yeah, after the first day, got sorted, and then got put in my first wing, which was just a normal Cat B wing, which tends to be what you kind of see in films and TV. 2 levels, cages everywhere, a pool table in the middle. And when they put me in with this lad, first thing the officer said is look, cleanliness is a big deal in prison. It's a status thing. Everyone makes sure they're clean. If you're a scruff or you're dirty, Nobody wants to know you. Nobody wants to see you. So he's like, you've been here 24 hours. I know you haven't had a shower yet. Go get yourself a shower. And I was like, oh, fuck. Like, so the showers are communal, just long showers. Very weird. They have a big bath in there, which is kind of like a football, like the type of bath you see in like a football ground that the players get into.
Yeah.
They had like one of them. And I was thinking, what prisoners are having like a big bubble bath together? But I walked in with my little sachet of soap and a towel and thought, great, I'm probably going to get, I'm not say raped.
Yeah, if you want.
if you were worried about it,
to say it in, it would probably be this one.
Yeah, I thought that today. I've seen enough films and stuff so that I'm just going to get raped. And that's just not a fun time. So yeah, I went for my first shower and I thought, great, I'm going to get raped. Like, I just assumed that's what happened. Like, I'm a new fish, whatever they call them, fresh fish. Got in there and there was just one big black guy stood there having a shower and I was like, fuck's sake. So I started to get undressed. I obviously looked very worried because he turned around and he's like, you all right? And I was like, yeah. And he was like, first day. And I was like, yeah. He was like, you been in before? No. And he was just like, well, just so you know, I don't know what you've seen before, but none of that happens. That's what you mean. He's like, nobody rapes anyone. There's a wing for them people because we don't abide by it. And I was just like, oh, all right then. Yeah, that was it. Got everything off and just had a lovely shower.
Nice. What an absolute gentleman to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let you sweat that one out.
And then he went, psych!
I'm going to get all up in you.
Yeah, I think
That is really nice of him, though.
What a guy. Yeah, that's well sound.
I think finding that out put my mind at ease a lot about just everything in jail.
Yeah.
Knowing that, like, unfortunately as well, like, rapists get put on the wing, but so do anyone that's gay.
Oh.
They all kind of get put on the same wing for safety. Because rapists will get stabbed, but unfortunately some homosexuals will also get stabbed.
Right, okay. Oh, so they're on like the same wing to keep everyone separate from each other.
Yeah, they have like, they'll literally put non-cis rapists, anyone that's attacked or hurt a child or an old person. Criminals have really good, like, morals.
Yeah.
When it comes to those kind of things.
Like honour amongst thieves, that
Yeah,
kind of thing.
they're all
There's like a
kept on their
code.
own wing. Yeah. But unfortunately, if you're homosexual, you're also put on that wing for safety.
Man, that's well harsh, isn't it?
Yeah. I think it might be better now. This was like 2 decades ago.
Yeah. But it's not like it's for safety, isn't it?
Yeah.
So they're not doing it to be a dick to him. They're doing it for the opposite.
Yeah, but then I feel like all the homosexuals are probably getting raped.
I think just people are getting raped in that section, aren't they?
Oh, yeah, true.
They kept in tighter lockup in that section.
That's what I'm guessing. Yeah, they're like everyone's separated so that can't happen to people.
Less privileges.
Man, if you're like a fucking old guy, or you're gay and you did like the tiniest crime, and now you got to hang out with just the worst people. That's so harsh, isn't it?
Yeah.
Well, sure, put the old guy in like Cat D. What can he do? Even if he murdered and raped people, he's still old. Like, but I mean, like, if you put him, someone's going to be able to beat the shit out of him. Everyone can. He's old.
I like to see how much sympathy you have for an old man who has murdered and raped people. You've still got sympathy for him. Come on.
It depends how old he is.
Why?
Right, because in my head, I'm thinking of like 80 plus.
Yeah, Sam, yeah.
Yeah. Like, he's not going to do much damage now. His days are over.
Oh, are you imagining he's been there for a long time?
Oh, no, sorry, I'm not talking about the guy who's done that, though. I'm talking about people that have, like, I don't know, stole some chewing gum or something, and now they're hanging out with Ted Bundy or whatever.
No, I think Paul meant if they hurt old people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, right. I thought they were just slinging old people in with them.
No, like,
Oh, we don't want old people getting attacked, so we'll chuck them in with the people that attack people.
No.
yeah, like they don't like people that have hurt kids and they don't like people that have hurt old people.
Right.
So the general criminals would look after the old guy.
Yeah.
Because they'd be like, he's one of us, he's sound. Like,
I'm there now. Okay.
but not the gays.
I thought it was... Yeah.
Not them. Old guy, unless he's gay, then it's not cool.
Oh, man. Yeah, I thought it was like the old boy that has a little bird in his cell or whatever.
I thought that you jumped straight to Shawshank. Straight to it. You know, Shawshank.
And they're just like, yeah, I'm pretty sure he can chill with Geen or whatever. I don't know. I don't know why I'm also only picking Americans.
You're Your stereotypes are great.
So yeah, that's where I was lost. Oh yeah, if you beat up old people, fuck you.
Yeah.
Right. Then what happened?
I was there for about a week and a half. I got one of the fastest transfers, apparently, that anyone's ever known. Because what'll happen is, once you've been put in your wing, you then have to wait to be assessed for risk. And then they'll put you in a certain category, and it goes, like I said, A, B, C, D. I jumped from B down to D, the bottom one. So within like a week and a bit, I got transferred to a Cat D prison. I think it was in Leeds.
It was in York.
Was it York? Yeah, I know it was. Yeah, somewhere in Yorkshire.
It's outside, just outside York.
Yeah. That was a lot nicer. You literally have a key to your own cell. You're free to go and come and go as you please if you really wanted to. The fences are like 4 foot high, something like that. It's just like having a flat.
Oh, this is the stuff that Daily Mail readers complain about, isn't
Yeah.
it? Yeah. How did you go drop 2 categories in a week?
I think, well, 2 things kind of helped me. A, no priors, no violent crime. There's like no reason to keep me in with criminals. And there's more chance, even they know, there's more chance of me becoming a worse criminal by keeping me in with those kind of people.
Because they'll become your friends and your connections, and then you'll leave and be like, hey, what are those guys up to?
Yeah.
What's Stabby McStabberson doing?
Or I'll end up owing money or getting onto drugs.
Yeah.
Because drugs is rife in jail. Like, everyone's taking drugs in jail.
Jail sounded pretty good. I'm guessing there's not as many drugs in Cat D.
No, because I think because once you get your category, you also do get people who've done like murder, drug crimes, heavy crimes, but they're coming to the end of like 20, 30-year sentences.
Yeah.
So they've earned the privilege to be Cat D by then.
Yeah.
So they don't want to lose that privilege, because once you become Cat D, you also get to sometimes go home for weekends. You get to go out and have a job in like the normal world.
Yeah.
Tries to get those kind of guys back into being a normal person.
It's like the rehabilitation end of it.
So you don't want to lose that privilege by like bringing loads of heroin into a jail.
Well, yeah, it makes sense. Yeah. Yeah, because then you're just going to get dropped straight back to where you came from, aren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm guessing C is just somewhere between them two then.
Yeah. A lot more freedom.
Probably a similar style prison, but then you don't get all the privileges of leaving.
I think you do. I think you can. Cat C, you still get to go out and do like community work sport, like they work in a charity shop or stuff like that. I think you can even do that in some Cat Bs if you've earned the privilege.
I'm guessing it depends on what your crime was. Like if you've been doing stuff to old people, charity shop's probably not ideal, is it? That's where they are.
Yeah.
Can't go call bingo.
But maybe that'd be good rehabilitation.
Maybe.
Chuck him in with
I'm
a
not
load
doing
of...
anything to him.
Yeah. I'm a good boy now.
Yeah, I'm wearing a cardigan like them. We're the same.
Oh, damn it!
So you moved to Cat D super fast.
Yeah. I think the other reason was our dad did a lot of work in prisons, parish work, and he had a few friends that were quite high up in that kind of work as well, the religious work. So I think they put a few good words in as well to help me out.
Nice. So there's nepotism in prison. Sick. I was thinking, you said there was a pool table in the Cat B.
Yeah.
Is it not like pretty dangerous putting pool balls near people with socks who have a tendency to beat people up?
Potentially, but there's worse weapons and things you can do in jail than use a pool ball and a sock.
And there's a queue in that. What? Wait, what other weapons?
The worst one that still horrifies me is the sugar water. Because like our wing, you didn't have a kettle in your cell, but you got like a thermosy kind of jug. Yeah. And you could take that to a heater a couple of times a day on the wing and get your hot water. But what they do if someone's wronged somebody, they'd get that jug, fill it with hot water, pour loads of sachets of sugar in it, so it's essentially a hot syrup, a boiling syrup, and just, fling it in someone's face, wherever.
Fucking hell.
And the sugar, like, as it cools, crystallizes, which just scars you to bits. It's like horrific scarring.
Jesus, man. Yeah, leave the pool balls out. At least you'd be like...
Who needs pool balls?
Man.
And then there's, like, the usual shivs.
Fuck that, man. I'd definitely take a pool ball before I get caramelised.
Yeah.
That is...
Yeah. Pool ball's just a few bruises, maybe a small fracture.
Yeah.
Caramelized is
Changing your face.
Yeah.
possibly blinding as well. If it gets in your
Man.
eye.
Why they got hot water? That's like some of the craziest British prison shit I've ever heard. You can
Let's
still
just get
have
rid of
tea.
the hot water.
Yeah.
Tea and coffee.
That's wild. That's how
And food
British
as
we
well,
are.
because like they have like a canteen, don't
Yeah,
they? They
you
sell,
get
like,
a canteen,
noodles, pot
yeah.
noodles, shit like that. So you can make your own like little snacks.
Yeah, you have your little weekly canteen that you can add stuff to and then buy out your money that you have.
It's fun hearing this stuff because everything I've seen is always just TV and it's always glorified and made crazy. Like, it's always insane and they always portray it as being like this dirty, dingy prison. And then you find out like the status is got by just being clean. Which makes sense, doesn't it? It's the only thing you've got. The only thing you've got is to be more hygienic than the guy next to you.
Yeah.
It just seems so strange.
Well, they have other status things, especially in the Cat B, because like lads that have been there a lot longer, you get perks. Your family can send you money. You can buy things from the canteen once you've saved up enough money. There's ways of getting like legally as well. They let them buy like trainers and stuff. So like there'll be lads walking around like brand new Nikes and Adidas and stuff. There'll be people with PlayStations in the rooms.
Is that in the B or the...
In the B.
Oh.
Yeah. Like usually what will happen is one guy will have got a PlayStation like 25, 30 years ago and it just gets passed down. As he leaves, he'll pass it down to his closest mate in the prison. And like, yeah, it just becomes like a thing people pass down. Like same with like radios and cassette players.
What, rather than like taking it home?
Well, yeah.
I suppose you just, once you get out, you're like, I can go buy another PlayStation.
Yeah, by then, like, I think when I was in there, like 20 years ago, like the PlayStation 2 was like the hottest thing, but that had already been and gone on the outside world. Because by then, PlayStation 3 and Xbox 360 were out.
And I suppose like you don't want to be mad to that guy who's got the PlayStation because you want to go around and play, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like being a kid. You don't bully the kid with the newest console. That's insane. It's just because in my head, like because you see all this shit on TV and that, you'd think, no, you just go stab that guy up, free PlayStation. That's how TV shows it, isn't it?
Yeah, kind of, yeah.
Yeah, whereas I think because those products are kind of signed to you, they are assigned to you in prison. If someone did take it off you, the prison guards just be like, you know,
Just find it and then be like...
you just need to give him it back. It's his.
Yeah. But if you're nice to him, he might let you play.
If you stop stabbing him.
Maybe we could set up a play date for you guys.
Are there games that are banned? Like, surely you can't be playing Grand Theft Auto in there.
No, I don't think there's anything that's banned like that.
Manhunt.
Is there a prison escape one?
Yeah, there will be. Yeah.
Yeah, there's got to be. Not how to watch Prison Break.
There's a Prison Break game.
Is there?
Yeah.
I bet that is terrible.
Yeah. But no, things like that aren't banned. To be honest, it's really surreal because when I went to the library for the first ever time, I was shocked and quite happy because the library is made up of 50% true crime, true geezer novels and 50% comic books.
Nice.
So that's all you read in jail.
Yeah.
It's just like you can read about the governor or you can read Batman.
Nice. I like that. You gotta get to see both sides of it.
Yeah.
Isn't it? It's criminals and the people that caught them.
Yeah.
Nice. It does show the intellectual level of the people in prison, though, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, if those books are too hard for you, we do have ones with pictures in as well.
Whoa!
Man, I'd have been all over them comic books. That would have been sick.
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
And that was the first library you ever went into?
Yeah, yeah. And then the Cat D one that I ended up going to after that was even better stocked.
Man. If Cat B's that good, Cat D must have been crazy, like massages and shit.
Well, you're not in your cell apart from on a night, and even then, like your cell doors are open, you all go sit and play cards at the end of the wing or chill out, just mess about, fuck about, you know. It's not that bad.
But if you have PlayStations and Cat B, how does it get better?
It's just being allowed to go out, and the things you want are easier to get.
Right.
Like in Cat B, things like tobacco, because I was a smoker then, was hard to get. You had to either wait till your canteen came in, you got a tiny little bag when you got in there free off the government. And then, anything else you had to just borrow or buy or beg.
Yeah.
But once you got to Cat D, yeah, so much easier. Just because people are going out every day, they were never that arsed on searching people. So you get people come back with packets of rum and stuff.
Man. They didn't bother searching people.
Not really, because They give you a pat down. There's always like sniffer dogs for drugs, but
Oh, right, okay.
they're like, what else are you going to bring in? Just
But like you were saying
bracket.
earlier, I suppose, like, no one's going to be bringing in sharps or something because you've got yourself onto the best
Yeah.
wing you can be on. Why would you fuck that up?
Well, I did get caught with a shiv whilst I was in there.
What? He's shocked already.
Information.
Yeah, it's a double part story, but basically, I've been artistic all my life, so one of the outlets I had in there was drawing. They won't let you have a pencil sharpener, but you can buy pencils.
Oh.
Which seems odd to me.
Yeah.
So I brought this up with one of the lads on my wing, and he was like, just make yourself a shiv. So I just broke a bic open, melted it into the handle. So it was just essentially a little scalpel that I could shave the end of my pencils. And they found it on a search of my room next to the pencils, because I just didn't think anything of it by then. And they were just like, yeah, all right. Because they could see it was being used for a specific purpose that wasn't actually dangerous. So I think they were just like, yeah, we don't care.
That's a pro tip for people who want to keep a shiv in it. Hold a pencil near it.
Yeah.
I suppose, though, if you wanted to really have a shiv, pencil's fairly good on its own, isn't it?
Yeah.
If you wanted to stab someone, pencil.
That's probably why they don't give you a pencil sharpener.
Yeah, but even a blunt pencil would get through you
Oh, yeah,
with enough force. Yeah. That is the lamest way to have a shiv, I'm afraid.
Yeah.
But I do love that. I love that they're just like, yeah, sound. Just don't stab that guy's bird.
And then part of that was our own father committing, what was it? Smuggling.
Yeah.
Yeah. He did a bit of smuggling. Could have got 5 years in jail for what he did.
What?
So one of the meetings, not meetings, like family visits, I was chatting, I was a bit like down, because I was like, I'm drawing now, I'm getting really into my drawing. But they won't let us buy coloured pencils. You can have like black, HB, and that's it.
Yeah.
And I was like, I wouldn't mind some coloured pencils. And Dad was like, all right, I'll sort it out. And then next time he came, he was just like, reach down to my sock. And I was like, what? He was like, reach down to my sock. So I was like, all right then, reach down. And he just had this wad of like IKEA coloured pencils. They were all like those little ones.
Yeah.
But just wrapped with a laggy band. He was like, stick it in your sock quick. And I was like,
Oh my God.
I was like, all right then. And then, yeah, that was it. Like, as I was leaving, they were doing the searches, and I was just like, oh my God, if they find this, I'm probably going to get fucked. And so will my dad. But they were just like, they just did a quick, like, body pat, and there you go. And I was like, nice one, I got colours.
And the next cell search, they're like, what are these?
Sunburst yellow. This isn't regulation. Crimson red. Get out. You're back in Cat B.
Yeah, did they not like look at your wall and go, you've got coloured pencil drawing?
I don't think they cared by then. Like, they'd come, I don't think they noticed. Like, they don't notice, like, a coloured pencil.
They're just like, he's very
Yeah.
skillful with an HP if he can do that with it.
And they do have an art department that you can go in,
Oh, okay.
like, once a week and do some painting and stuff. So they probably just assume that stuff was done there.
Yeah. That's when you
Yeah.
get colour. Did you hide your coloured pencils?
No, just put them in a little pencil case.
Oh, yeah, no.
Well, I say pencil case. I think it was like just a little baggie they gave you to put like stuff in at some point.
I suppose if they're searching your cell and they see coloured pencils, they're just trying to find drugs.
Yeah, they're
Yeah.
not asked.
And sharps, like.
Yeah, I can't imagine they're that bothered. Yeah.
I mean, to be fair, I imagine most guards don't even know you can't get coloured pencils.
Yeah.
Yeah, they probably don't, like, yeah, they don't even think about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and my dad used to always slip us a 20 as well, because in Cat D, currency became a thing again. Because in the Cat B, currency's not worth anything.
Yeah.
But because people in Cat D can go out and about in the real world, it becomes a thing again, which is weird.
Yeah. So I suppose if you got a friend that's going out and you got some money,
Because,
you
like,
can get some stuff.
Yeah, you pick us up some backy. That'd be it.
Yeah, and if you're the guy that's got the most backing, then now you've got some currency, some stock, some street cred. Man, it sounds so much more chill. Did you do much drawing before you went in there, or is that where you started drawing?
No, I always drew.
Oh, right. Okay.
Yeah. But I got into it quite a bit there. Like, I think that, reading comics, and I had to admit it, I tried to write a really bad sci-fi novel while I was in there.
Nice.
Yeah.
What's wrong with that? You have to be scared to admit that. That's cool.
It was weird, and what made me feel really embarrassed was because I was writing it, because during the day I had a job in the jail, and it was data entry. I was just inputting horrible, boring, like, files from the 1920s from some council into the PC. And because I was really fast, I'd end up like doing 20 in the time it took some of them would just do 1.
Oh, so getting people to do like the conversion from like getting paperwork digital.
Yeah.
Like all the old stuff. Oh, man.
And you got paid a little wage. But because I was that quick, I ended up having like loads of downtime in there because they'd just bring you over like 20 and be like, do them.
Yeah.
So I thought, well, I'll just do fuck about on the PC, see what I can do. And I found there was like a note folder. So I was like just writing this novel and I'd try and hide it in a secret folder within like the Windows subfolders. And it wasn't until when I was leaving and I was saying bye to everybody in that department, the guy was like, oh yeah, thanks for the book. We really enjoyed reading it.
Oh, man. So you had fans straight away?
Yeah, I think there's some weird sexy stuff in it as well.
Was there?
Yeah.
I think that's pretty cool that you had like decided to have a project in there, though. You got some time. Like, no distractions. How many authors would kill for that? I mean, literally to get a few months, no interruptions, just get that book smashed out. Man, do you have a copy of this book?
No, I don't. I really upset. I had a box of stuff that I had from when I was in there. Letters, paintings, drawings, and a copy of the book.
Yeah.
And I think when I broke up with one of my exes, I just left it, just bailed and left it in the house and then thought, years later, where's that box? It's there.
You're not worried that they might publish it, become a millionaire?
Well, if they do, it was called Cygor, so...
Cygor?
Ooh, that is a good sci-fi name. What was Cygor?
I assume it was sci-fi and gory.
Was it?
It was basically a rip-off Blade Runner. He was a policeman in the future. He had some alien tech powers. No, he had alien tech powers. So it's kind of like a robot.
Alien tech powers, not a... Okay.
Yeah.
What were his powers?
I don't really remember, to be fair, that much.
Seduce women. Was there... You said there was sexual shit in it.
Yeah.
How graphic?
Not that graphic.
It wasn't like a proper graphic novel.
Yeah, I think it was just when I described women within it. I think I went a bit too far in the descriptions.
What were you like putting in there?
I don't even remember.
That's bullshit. That is definitely bullshit.
I don't even remember. No comment.
No comment. Yeah.
She got out her robo clunge. You fucking do remember. This is bullshit. I can tell by the smile you definitely remember something. Because I'd imagine you wrote it and then...
Oh, no. I wasn't.
Treated yourself for doing some good writing later.
No, there was plenty of porn in prison.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it wasn't...
Porn mugs, yeah.
Oh, mags, sorry.
Yeah, because you could buy them on the canteen anyway, so they were like passed down like holy grails to each other.
Oh, man.
I don't want a second-hand one. I'll take a first-hand one.
Yeah, but the hygiene was high, wasn't it? So if you gave someone a porn mag and it was like a Ryvita...
Yeah, but we all know
like,
that
this
when you're
guy's
wanking,
disgusting.
hygiene just goes out the window and just it all gets a bit messy, doesn't it?
Yeah, but if it's your
Can do.
only mag in jail, you're not going to like aim down onto the magazine.
No, but you might accidentally just... And you're like, oh,
Yeah, maybe.
no, I'm a little messy.
If it's your only one as well, like you're going to savour that, right?
Yeah.
You're not going to just flick through every page. You're going to be like, I'll open that page tomorrow.
I wonder what chapter 3 is going to be.
Oh, no. Insert thing I don't like there. Yeah, there you go. That's inclusive for everyone now. Man, it does sound pretty chill.
Yeah, food's good. That's one thing I was always surprised with.
I thought it was just like bread and water.
Nah, you pretty much every morning you can get some form of a fried breakfast. Like
This isn't even prison, is it?
It's usually limited, so you can't get like the full breakfast experience, but you will get like sausage and scrambled eggs and beans, or bacon, tomatoes and mushrooms. And then you always get toast.
So it's basically a continental breakfast.
Yeah, or you can get cereal, porridge.
So you have your own
Yogurts.
room, you're chilling out, not really working. Breakfast is made for you, and it's a continental breakfast.
You're playing PlayStation.
I never got to play PlayStation.
You're masturbating over sci-fi novels. You get to leave when you want.
You can have as much golden brown as you want, as long as it's a pencil colour.
Where's the downside?
Yeah, what's happening?
It's depressing.
I guess it's the freedom aspect that's a problem.
Yeah.
Not being able to see your friends and family.
The Cat B was the worst because that's like 22 hour lockup. So you are in your cell for 23 hours a day.
Yeah, that sounds horrible.
But you have a TV, so you just get really used to watching This Morning and Bargain Hunt.
Bargain Hunt is all right.
Bargain Hunt is pretty good. It's like a sick day.
It does sound like a sick
Jeremy
day.
Kyle was still on back then.
Ooh.
You do have to poo in front of your cellmate, though.
Do you get pretty used to that, though?
You get a little curtain.
That's fine.
There's a toilet in the corner of the room, and there's like a little shower curtain that pulls round you, and you can have your little poo.
That's fine.
Yeah, that's all right then, isn't it? I think.
Most of us, it becomes a thing. Well, I only had a cellmate for the first 2 weeks in Cat B. When I got a Cat D, you don't have a cellmate. But in the one when I was sharing, I think it was pretty much inferred that, like, don't use the toilet if I'm in here. Because, like, once you've been in Cat B for a little bit, you get education and stuff. So my cellmate was out most of the day doing education or gym, things like that.
Yeah. And I suppose if you're allowed to leave your room and stuff, you can just go find a toilet.
Yeah.
Where your cellmate isn't. What was, like, the craziest stuff that happened there? Because so far it's sounding relatively chill.
Meeting weird, hardened criminals was always very bizarre. Like, when you'd ask people what they were in for, and, like, there was some people that were in for this, that, like, drugs or, you know, like, petty crime. Especially in the Cat D, like, there was, like, a young lad that had accidentally killed two of his best mates because he tried to take a motorway turn off too late, sliced his car in half, they died, he survived.
Fuck that, man.
So it's like stories like that you're like, that's pretty horrible. But then there's like the other side of it where it's people like one guy in the Cat D prison, he was in his 60s, he was coming to the end of his sentence, and he'd murdered his wife, and everyone was like, well, how come you haven't got out? Like, you know, you're doing quite a lot of time for murder. It's because every single time I went up for parole, he was just like, and I'd fucking do it again.
Oh my God.
Like, just never gave a fuck about it. It was just like, yeah, I'd do it again. She was a psycho.
Oh, 'cause that's what they want you to, like, feel bad about it.
Yeah,
and say
he just never felt bad about it. So it was always like those kind of stories where you're like,
his solicitor must have been furious.
Yeah.
Oh, right, this is the 5th time we're doing this now. What have I told you? Every time so far. Don't say you would do it again.
Okay.
And I'll do it again. I haven't even asked you anything yet. What are you going to do when you get out of it? Get married and do it again. Man. Yeah, I bet that stuff's pretty scary.
yeah. Then the weird thing was like also a few people like afterwards when I got out, like obviously curiosity, Googled a few of the people I'd spent time with, and like finding out everyone's full of shit.
Yeah.
Like people are exaggerating what they've been in for, or they're undermining, like under exaggerating. What the opposite of that is.
Undermining.
Yeah, what they've been in for.
One of mine is when you say something to
Yeah.
go against what someone else said.
Well,
Like,
yeah.
underplaying?
Yeah,
Underplaying it.
Yeah, what they'd been in for. And then there was just some that just straight up lied. Like there was two lads that were in the Cat D that made out they'd been doing some sort of weird car fraud system, like selling dodgy cars or something. When I got out, they were both policemen that had been arrested and they were being put in the Cat D for safety.
Man, yeah, I think that's fair enough, really, isn't it?
That's a fair lie.
So they had like a full-on cover story.
And it's a good one because there's not like crazy victims to put on it. It's just like someone bought a dud car.
Bit of car fraud, mate, you know.
I
They'd
think
keep that up the whole time.
they've both been banging prozzies, I think, from what I remember, in Liverpool.
Oh,
Yeah.
classic police officer stuff.
Sorry, sex workers.
Yes, and definitely not classic police officer stuff.
No.
Yeah, I'd imagine you want to keep quiet that you're a police officer if you go into. Yeah, I think that's probably the first thing you go, right, let's come up with a story. Then have to keep to that story the whole time you're in there.
Yeah, and they do get daily newspapers in jail, so I'm surprised no one ever put two and two together, but if they've been moved from Liverpool to Yorkshire...
I'm guessing again to try and separate them from... Yeah, I'd imagine it's pretty scary meeting those kind of people, but you kind of have to lie if you're in there a bit. But mostly just because you'd go in there with what you've seen in films and TV and stuff and be like,
Yeah.
I need to make sure no one touches me. In any capacity. I just want to go to my room, do some colouring.
Write some sci-fi.
Yeah, I didn't even really get bullied. Like, that was the surprising thing. I thought, I'm going to get, like, chew or something. I think the worst I ever got was it became an ongoing joke in both prisons as well. I think it was because of my hair, glasses, and being chubby, and I didn't have a big beard. Everyone just kept asking me how my dad was, and they meant Ozzy Osbourne, and everyone just kept shouting Jack Osbourne at me.
Yeah. That's not the worst thing they could shout at you, is it?
No, they always just say, "Oh yeah, my dad's fine."
Probably go, "Oh no, you're really hurting my feelings," so that they only keep shouting Jack Osbourne at me. "Oh, you got me, guys. Oh no, I'm going to caramelise you." Not really. Oh.
Classic bands. Should we move on from prison? We've talked about prison for 45 minutes.
Is there anything else that you'd want to tell us that we might want to know?
Not really. It's not the best place to be, but I've always said if like I absolutely hit rock bottom on the street, no money, I could understand why some of those guys do crime again.
Yeah.
Because you are fed 3 meals a day, you have a little canteen you can spend on tobacco and stuff, and it's a sad state, but I understand it.
Yeah.
That's depressing.
Which I didn't ask that now. Yeah. It's going to be hard to bounce back from that, isn't it?
I was just comedy podcast going.
Yeah. I didn't really think it was going to get much sadder, to be honest.
So, Star Wars.
What do you know about Star Wars? I wish I had this sci-fi novel. I would love to read it.
I wish I did. I've had a few of my mates ask for copies, and I'm like, I wish I had it.
I honestly think that one day you're going to die and it's going to be in the will that's going to get given to someone because you've had it the whole time.
I might just have to contact one of my exes and see if she has got it.
No, don't do that.
But why would they keep a box of my stuff for like 10, 15 years? It'd be weird, wouldn't it?
I might accidentally.
Yeah, if it was in the loft or something, maybe.
Yeah.
No.
That's a weird one to go back with. Though,
I've
isn't it?
moved house twice and found my ex's stuff.
Really?
Yeah.
How?
Oh, I think they
What
burn
stuff?
everything.
So the first time was when we moved from Dundee to Birmingham.
It's not the underpants collection, you guys, is it?
No, I've still got that. When I moved from Dundee to Birmingham, I found a envelope, like a A4 envelope filled with all of her gig tickets from when she was younger.
Oh.
Like she kept all of her gig tickets from being a teenager. Then when she moved in with me, she brought them. Like she just brought all of them. She moved out and brought all of her shit.
Yeah.
And she left them. And then, yeah, I found them.
What did you do with them?
I did message her and said, I found all this. And she said, yes, I posted it to her.
Well, that's a very
It's a nice exchange.
nice, cute little story, isn't it?
Yeah. The second time was when we moved from Leeds to Leeds. So I moved from Birmingham to Leeds with this stuff again. Because it was just, when you just have boxes of shit that you go through every 5 years.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was just one. It was an envelope filled with loads of bills, old bills, and I went through it all one by one. There was nothing in there important. So I didn't message her. It was literally just fucking British gas bills and phone bills and shit. Just all those letters that when she was living with me, they're all dated from when she was living with me. That she obviously just put in a drawer, put in an envelope, put in the box, and then I moved with the box twice. And then when we converted the loft in Leeds, is when I then found it.
This year?
Yeah, this happened this year. We went through a box of like, it was minor machines like memory stuff and shit like that. And then I found this envelope and I was like, what the fuck is this? Opened it up and I was like, oh, it's just a load of bills. I was like, I'll go through it in case there's any I need to keep. Probably just don't.
Yeah.
And I went through them and they were all hers. And I was just like, oh, these are all hers. So then I went through them more carefully in case there was like something of any importance, but all of it was just crap. So.
Did you keep any of your ex's stuff over the years?
No, I've always been the one to bail on it, so
Yeah.
I've
always been the one that's moving out, so I just taken my stuff and then...
Oh, so you guys are the ones that leave the shit with people like me.
Precisely, yeah. There's stuff that I still want back from people.
Oh yeah, same.
Yeah.
Stuff I'm really, really regret leaving.
And I know specifically where it is in the loft I left it in.
See, I've only ever had one. You guys are obviously older than me and more relationship than me. I've only had one significant relationship living with someone, having all my shit there, and she left. So
Yeah.
I kept all my shit.
Yeah. We just left with the clothes on our back and just went for it. Well, not just the clothes on my back, but I had some other clothes. But I haven't got as many GameCube games as I did.
Oh.
Nope, they're all in a loft. My Wii is in a loft. Not like a jar of it, like the console.
Her loft.
Yes.
I'm going to hazard a guess that maybe she's got rid of it.
I hope not.
You hoping she's still got it?
I hope it's still there, yeah.
Why don't you message her? Imagine.
Well,
Have you still got my GameCube?
I have got another GameCube now.
So you just want the games?
I do want the games because I resent buying them again because I know I own them. They're in a loft.
You don't own them. If they're in someone else's loft from 15 years ago?
Yeah, maybe 2006, 2005.
Maybe you have to accept that you no longer own these.
I just resent paying for them again.
Is this your last ex?
Yes.
The one...
Who has my GameCube shit? Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Fucking just talk to her.
Yeah, I have. And she said, next time I go in the loft, I'll get it out.
Oh, right. So you...
Oh.
Oh, right, okay.
But she's been in the loft since.
I know it.
I know 100% she has, because I have a little tiny snitch that we share, and she tells me.
Ah, yes. The child.
My mum went in the loft the other day.
Where's my fucking GameCube? Did you know?
I want to play Super Mario Sunshine! And she's got my memory card, which has got all my saved data on it for it. I'm not doing well one again. No way.
Why don't you just send the snitch up there? Little spy mission.
Yeah.
When your mum goes to sleep, just go in the loft, yeah? Here's a list of the games.
Because this sounds like something I'm going to have to defend in court later.
Yeah, it kind of does.
It was Super Mario Sunshine. Okay.
Surely you understand, Judge.
Can you even get a copy of Mario Kart Double Dash anymore? I don't think so. You can, but it's like 40 quid or something. I don't want to pay that. It's just a reasonable amount of money. I don't want to do that. There's probably pictures of me as a baby and that up there. I don't give a shit about them.
Nah.
No, I want the Mario games.
Yeah.
I've already got too many pictures of me as a baby that I don't look at.
Yeah.
My mum gave them all to me.
Same.
I think that's out of order, isn't it? On my 18th birthday, she went, I've got a box of things.
It feels a bit weighted, doesn't it? Heavy. Like,
Yeah.
because you don't want them.
There was so much of it.
But like I wanted some of them. Well, I won't give them. I was like, oh, cool. I want like 20 of these.
Mum did that recently, didn't she?
Yeah, it was after Dad died, yeah.
Yeah, it's like he's a load of old
She went through all the albums, and then she made her own album, what she wanted. And then she gave us all the Bs. But then she organised them all into siblings, which was quite nice of her.
Yeah.
So I've got all the photos of me. Paul's got the photos of him, kind of thing.
It'd be not like, Mum, why don't you want these?
Because she kept all the ones she wanted.
Yeah, see, my mum had a box of all the stuff that was mine. Pictures of me as a baby, school books, that kind of crap that she just didn't want to throw away. Thought I know who to give this to. But she was walking around the house with me, just taking pictures of me off the wall. She's like putting that in the box as she was going. See you later.
You are dead to me. Because you won't stop going on about the fucking GameCube.
I don't know how you're predicting this stuff about a GameCube in 10 years, but yeah, it does feel weird to be given all that stuff.
Yeah.
I think Mum was just cleaning house, wasn't she?
That's all it was, yeah. She was trying to downsize and stuff. But like, what you got to remember as well, right, is that you are all taking on fucking disposables and shit like that.
Yeah.
And back then, you would take like same as now, you take 3 or 4.
Yeah.
And then, so she went through the 3 or 4s and then went, that one's the good one. They can have the rest.
So out of the pictures that you got given, it's all the ones where you're like looking to the side, putting a slight face, one of your eyes is closed.
Yeah. I think a lot of the ones of me, she just didn't want. No, but like just me.
So sad.
No, because there was loads of photos in there that were like ones that I took when I was on holiday as a kid. Do you know what I mean? I had my own disposable camera, just like, and she was like, it was just a lot of shite, which I had to then throw away because I was like, this is just shit. It's a lot of shit.
I enjoyed going through the report cards and stuff, seeing what was written about me at the time, and it seems pretty consistent.
Oh,
Yeah.
we're running over so far, but Paul in school is a great story.
Yeah?
Which one?
Just all the stories of you in school being an absolute dickhead.
I wasn't a dickhead. I had undiagnosed dyslexia.
Don't fucking be all victim now. Undiagnosed dyslexia. You're a fucking asshole. Let's talk about. So there's 2 stories that I vividly remember. The first one was it Mr. Parkinson? Probably just Parling. Fuck me.
We should have went with Parkinson. No, we don't have to bleep it then.
That's fine. He's dead.
call him Mr.
He's dead.
Yeah. He's
Oh,
dead.
right. I probably
100%
appreciate a
dead.
shout out.
You made him
Mr. Parlin.
No, it wasn't him you made cry. Who did you make cry? You made someone cry.
No, that was unfair. But I will start with the Mr. Parlin story first if you want,
Okay.
because he was a prick. But weirdly, he turned out to be a really nice guy to you lot, which is why you, I think, defend him so much. When I was there, he was our chemistry teacher, and he absolutely hated me. Don't know why, just hated me. I think I was one of the few alternatives back then in our school. I was a bit different.
Nothing to do with the undiagnosed dyslexia, which made him an asshole.
Well, the worst occurrence was I was stood waiting to go in his classroom with my mate Johnny, who made me laugh with a simple joke, was nothing bad, and I laughed. He heard me laughing as he was walking past us, screamed at me, told me to stand in the corner because you're a stupid fat Teletubby.
Wow.
I'm sorry to be laughing at your truth, but that is brutal.
Stupid fat Teletubby.
He told me I'd never amount to nothing.
You'll probably be in prison one day. Proved him wrong. Man, you'll never amount to it. You know, if you might write a rap album, that can be the intro to a song.
Yeah.
Yeah. Call me a fat Teletubby. Told me I'll never amount to nothing.
But he was just a brutal, brutal teacher. And then after I left, before you had him, I think, he had a stroke. Came back from the stroke and ended up being the nicest teacher anybody's ever had.
Nah, he was still a psycho when I was there.
But didn't he pay for your prom? Or was it the year before yours? Might have
No,
been Tyne's prom.
No recollection of that, but...
I always heard he paid for one of the year's prom and everyone hailed him as a hero.
It's a red flag to me.
Nah, he was a fucking asshole when I was there. I've talked about it on the podcast before. He's the one that screams, and you could hear him around the hallway screaming.
Not even that long ago, weren't you talking about
Yeah. Him.
And all the other teachers, if you're in a class with them, they'll be like, oh, is that it
There
again?
he is again, yeah.
Yeah, there he goes.
Because he just take kids into the hallway and just, like, berate them.
Yeah, that's what he was
Like, this far away from the face, one's like, Rah!
Well,
he's a psycho.
If he's calling someone a fat Teletubby just when he's chill,
That is not alarming to me. That makes complete sense.
you know, a child's having some joy, you fat Teletubby. That's brutal.
And as Paul said, that was completely unprovoked. You know, no reason for him to do that. So you made a teacher cry.
That was unprovoked.
What?
When I made her cry, I didn't make her cry. Are you on about when Miss Fox was crying? The art teacher.
I don't know. I'm on about the one when you got sent out and then you taunted her.
Oh, that might have been her as well. Because there was two instances that she cried. There was one time where we were just messing on, and because she was like a weird art teacher, she just had like shit hung up on the walls. Similar to this place. And for no apparent reason, one day we were just joking about messing on, and then a trumpet fell off the wall. None of us were anywhere near it. There was like an old beaten trumpet on the wall. And it fell on the floor, and she started crying and ran into her room and cried for like half an hour. I think another time, I got sent out, and I was just being a cheeky asshole, just chewing her. And she cried again. I think she was just really easy to make cry.
And you took advantage of that.
See, I won't lie, I was an asshole in school. Like,
And she probably confided in Mr. Parling.
Yeah, who called her a fat Teletubby. Stop crying, you fat Teletubby. La, 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 la.
but yeah, I struggled with school, so I was just acting out.
And then there was your brain tumour.
Oh man,
You've had a brain tumour. I'm assuming there's not a brain tumour.
I love how this was like planned for Paul to rip me, and I'm just tell everyone about your brain tumour.
this story is good. Okay. Towards the end of primary, no, it was beginning of secondary school. I had
Definitely secondary.
Yeah, I had a few headaches, bad headaches, pretty much migraines, and I was off school for them. I got sent home or whatever, and I was like, "Oh, this is pretty good. This, I don't like school." So then every so often I'd have a bit of a headache and get to go home, and then it got worse. Didn't have any headaches, but I just kept going home. And it got to the point where they even made me a little card so I could just basically hold it up, show the teacher, and then, go on then, get yourself home. I'd go home, and my mum and dad were giving me, I think it was called Codamol, which I think it's codeine and paracetamol.
Yeah.
They were giving me that for my headaches. So essentially, I was just addicted to codeine. I'd go home, smash a few of them, have some sandwiches, watch Good Morning, and then have a nap.
Nice.
But it never happened on art days.
That's weird, though.
Yeah.
How strange.
Always geography and PE.
Didn't fancy going home and smashing a load of drugs on those days.
But every so often I'd go for like these tests, and like I went for like crazy head scans. They had one where I was in a chair, a bit like Total Recall.
Yeah.
They had like one thing in one vein, one in another. I'd slide back, this thing came down on my head, and essentially they were pumping a radioactive dye through my vein, so it went around my head, and they could get a scan of my brain.
What kind of medieval shit is that?
That's proper modern.
Yeah.
What?
It's like a weird CT scan.
That's like a really
A
modern thing.
helmet?
That's just a scan.
That's the scanner, so it picks up the
Oh.
radioactive dye in my brain, so it has a 3D model of my brain. But I went for quite a few of these. Like I went on like those tube ones and everything, and I just didn't think anything of it. And then, as towards the end of school, I kind of started to like school because I started to get a little bit into drugs and smoking.
Yeah. Makes it a lot more enjoyable,
Yeah.
doesn't it?
Limp Bizkit came out, which kind of joined all of the chavs and alternatives together as one.
It did.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was unity.
It was a nice time. So I was like, last 2 years of school, great. Headaches went away.
All the weed.
Yeah.
That'll do it.
And it wasn't until I think it was like around my 20th birthday, somewhere early 20s. I was talking to Mum and she was like, "Oh, I'm really happy. Like, we're really surprised. Like we were really worried for a bit about you." And I was like, "What do you mean?" She was like, "You know, like, were you brain tumor?" And I was like, "What?" And she was like, "Well, yeah, when you had a brain tumor, we thought you had a brain tumor, so we're like really worried you weren't going to make it." And I was like, "You know about when I had the headaches in school?" And she was like, "Yeah." I was like, "Oh, I faked all that." Now, I had a couple, but like, yeah, I just enjoyed being at home. And like, thankfully, she took it rather amusingly.
I bet she was buzzing about that.
Yeah.
I would have definitely, in her position, I'd have been like, oh, thank fuck. That is great news.
But she did say, like, me and your dad had many sleepless nights.
Oh, I bet
worried
they
about
did.
you.
Yeah. Yeah. And you didn't think to maybe mention that you were faking it when they were pumping dye through your brain, no?
No.
Well, no, because usually when I went for those kind of scans, I got treats.
More cocodamol. There you go.
Can I have more codeine, please?
Toys and food. So
There's no link between getting dyslexia from having too much codeine or anything, is there? No.
I think that's a family issue.
Yeah, a lot of families have dyslexia.
Doesn't make all of you arseholes, though, does it?
No.
That is good. I can't believe you didn't say anything. I've never done anything like that. I'd never get a day off school for anything. A cat scratched my eye. And I couldn't see out of that eye that day. It wouldn't stop watering. And yeah, I had just blurry vision in one eye. I had to go to school still.
Fucking hell.
See you later. Get out the door.
I was a pro getting days off school. I'd
I think
make fake sick.
our mum was easy.
Yeah, she's. Yeah.
I used
not very
to
nice
fake
to
sick
say.
a lot.
I used to make fake sick.
What?
Like using like egg whites and like just a bit of food and mush it all up in the kitchen and like make some noises and then just throw the jug on the floor. Then quickly rinse the jug out and just be like, "Mum, I've been sick."
Just go clean that up.
This is the nicest smelling sick anyone's
Have
ever...
you told her this?
Oh, I'm pretty sure I must have.
I'm going to crop this down and send it to her.
Do you know your mum watches this sometimes?
Apparently she does, yeah.
Did you know that? And she'll definitely watch it if both of you are on there.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, she's definitely
Her
watch
two
this one.
boys, 100%. Shout out Mrs.
Mum,
Watson.
did you know that? Did you know Paul used to make fake sick? And I did not put the Dr. Pepper on the ceiling.
Yeah, you did.
What?
I did.
Is that you trying to be like a big brother? I was sick too, mum, look.
I was just sick loads of Dr. Pepper everywhere.
That seems like more effort to make fake sick than it is just to put your fingers down your throat.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Or just chuck a jug of water in the toilet and then flush it. Yeah, I was definitely sick in there.
To be fair, Mum probably knew it was fake.
Or just do what I did
just
and just
said
go,
something.
Mum, I feel sick. She was so easy. You just go, Mum, I feel sick.
I was,
Got a headache.
never had those.
She was with you because you were the baby boy. You still
Yeah.
are the baby boy.
Oh,
You're the youngest, aren't you?
Dad didn't
Yeah.
have a tattoo that said little baby Daryl, did he?
What?
It's always been a problem with him. My dad had me and my sister Kim on him, but never got tied and down.
No, he didn't have Kim.
Yeah, he did have Kim.
No, he didn't. Just you.
It's just me.
It was just you.
Ah, first the best.
What was it? Was it little?
No, it was like, I'm sure I had a heart. Was it a heart with a banner? Or was it a swallow with a banner? I know it was something with a banner. I had a banner.
But when I was saying, what were the words? Because it was baby Paul, but there was something above it, wasn't there?
Did
I'm sure it was Kim.
Favourite son?
I'm sure
Honestly,
he
you
had
didn't have
Kim.
one of Kim. 100%. 100%. He got one of you and then gave up.
1 in 4 ain't bad.
Did you not get any photos? I thought you got some photos when he passed.
Of his lower arms. But he covered that one. I don't remember.
Paulie covered it, didn't he?
Oh, that's more savage.
Covered it with Morrissey.
I think that was the thing. I think he was like, well, I can't be bothered getting ones of the rest of them, so I'll cover that one.
Yeah. With Morrissey.
With Morrissey, yeah.
Rather than getting my other 3 children,
I'm just going to get Morrissey
I'm going to
instead.
get Morrissey.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it seems reasonable.
It does.
Yeah. Probably after you were making
Morrissey's
teachers
never
cry.
disappointed him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wasn't faking headaches, was he?
No. One out here going to prison.
He's a massive racist.
Dad had no problem with that.
Judging by his collection of Robinson's Jam memorabilia.
And that's a good place to end.
Bye.